Also, these nova stars, these brighter ones here, those are always going to be worth an extra point, no matter where they are, other than next to a black hole. And then you're going to look at the different celestial objects, and each one's going to score differently. In the base game, there are 5. There are comets, asteroids, planets, black holes, and satellites. And so you're going to see where they are. Like asteroids want to be in a cluster. Planets want to be, they're okay being anywhere. On the other side, you want to have the most. Black holes, they don't want to be next to planets, don't want to be next to other black holes. They black out the stars that are next to them. So they kind of want to be by themselves, or next to a satellite or something. So, ultimately you're trying to figure out where best to place things in order to score off of these things. After a number of rounds, which is going to be 20 in a 4-player game. It's in a 2-player game. You're going to take 2 each round, so it'll be a little bit faster. But after the game's over, you're going to score up your points and see who wins. Now, I will tell you, these scoring tiles, they are double-sided, and on the other side is a slightly more advanced, or I guess I would just say different. It's not that much more advanced, but a different way to score the object, and you can kind of mix and match those. If you happen to get the How I Wonder expansion, it comes with a lot more of these celestial objects, and I'm wondering how many it comes with. I'm looking at the rules here. Oh, it just says 5. But I guess there was a promo one. All right. So you're going to have more celestial objects, which means more possible combinations. And the only problem is you're always going to play with exactly 5, so you're going to have to go through and pull out the ones you don't want and shuffle in the ones that you do. You always play with the stars, though. Those are a constant in the night sky. After all, it's a game about stars. And that's really how it works. It's not it's not a particularly complicated game. In fact, it's quite simple, and that's part of its charm, I think. Well, I guess we'll talk about that in a moment. I also wanted to show off. I talked about 3D printing last week, but I printed this nice insert here, and the insert is going to organize all of these different tile types so that it's easy to find the ones that you want. And it nicely came. It had a little printed letter that will help you know which ones fit in each spot. So I give my strongest congratulations to the person who designed this little insert. It's fantastic, and it really makes it all fit nicely in one box. Throw in a little 3D printing where you can. So let's put this away and talk about. Oh dear, that's the wrong button. Let's put this away and talk about what I think about the game. So, what makes it special? Well, one of the things that makes it special is the rules are so simple. It's place a tile. Every turn, take one. If you take one farther to the left, you're more likely to go earlier next time. So, look ahead and see what's coming next, and let that inform you. That's really all of the rules. The rest is just scoring. How do you score? Well, another nice thing about it. So it's really simple, but also it's user friendly. Each person gets a complete set of all the score tiles, so you don't have to look across the table or grab the player aid. You've got it right there. They're all very clear. It's really simple to sort of let people get in. And I'll tell you, the sort of green side, which I think are the simple ones, the basic ones, they're not boring. I like some of the advanced ones better, and but I would always kind of mix and match, maybe put in 2 advanced and 3 basic or something like that. But it's very easy to play. You really know all the rules other than the scoring, and the scoring is going to change each game depending on how what sets you're playing with. So you explain the rules and you go through the scoring and you're ready to go. So super simple to learn, super simple to teach. It's also lightning fast to play because it's going to be just taking 1 tile per turn. That takes just a matter of moments. Even if somebody's really thinking things over, which they might be playing the wrong game if they are, it's really fast and easy to get through. It's just a really fast game, and it's the kind where you can when you're done say, well, let's just try flipping over a couple of these scoring tiles and see how it would work a little bit differently. So it's really fast to play. It's also a great production. I showed you, I can show this again. I mean, I love this night sky board, right? It really, these acrylic clear tiles, they look great. They're minimalistic in their design, but that allows you sort of to have this interesting picture of the nice night sky. The different player colors are just slightly different backgrounds. Like this is the purple. There's another one that's going to be slightly green on the back. Um, but it really looks nice together. The stars really stand out. There's no sort of, figuring out how things are, where things are. Is this a star here? Does this line go here? It's just it looks good. It's high quality. It's well made. You can fit it in one box if you do the 3D printed insert. It's a good package. Also, there's a board game arena implementation of it, which is a great way to learn. It will help you remember the scoring and do all the sort of shuffling and drawing for you. That's how I learned it, and I highly recommend that as well. So where's the but? Well, there's two buts for me. Two things that keep this from being a perfect game. I mean, okay, there's a lot of randomness. That's not really a big problem. That's kind of a design feature rather than a bug. One of them is the expansion. Now, I like having the 10 different, or 11 because there's some aliens as well. I like having all the different scoring opportunities. I think that's fantastic. It's what this game needs. It breathes life into it. But it means when you're setting up the game, you've got to dump out all the pieces and sort out all of the different scoring tiles. And then you're going to have to, pick the new ones and drop them back in. The insert really helps. I love the insert. But it's kind of annoying if you're going to play it a couple times in a row and are okay with just flipping over a couple. That's one thing. But I don't like having to pull something out and put something else back in. I wish there had been a more elegant way to do that. I don't know how you would within the design space, but I wish that had been there. And yeah, so that's one thing I don't like that much. There's also there's a kind of a mediocre solo variant that I didn't find all that compelling, and I don't like some of the scoring tiles require you to use others, and that wasn't quite as clear as it could have been. Um, and I thought I had another but I guess I don't. There's a lot really to like here. Like I said, there's a bit of randomness, um, but it's a pretty good game. Uh, so yeah, I'm apparently having a brain fade. I thought I had another thing that I wanted to highlight about this. Yeah, so I guess I didn't. Let's go on to my final rating here. Well, so what's my final rating? I really like this. I really like that I was able to play it online. I really like that I can play it. I can set it up and play it instantly, essentially, with somebody. It's the kind of game where you say, all right, let's play a game. It's not going to be like anything you've played before, but it's also not going to be complicated. I'll be able to explain the rules to you in 5 minutes, and we'll be playing. Um, I think that's really really something special, and so I thought about this a lot, but I think for this one, this is going to be a 9 out of 10 for me. This is a game that I can really recommend to just about anyone. Now, serious heavy gamers might not like it as much, right? They might say, "Oh, random," or too simple." But for people who are looking for something to introduce to their friends, this is going to be a hit. Obviously, if someone likes astronomy, okay, this is obviously for them. But even if you don't know what a nebula is, or really couldn't care about rockets or satellites, or even stars, I mean, it's the kind of game that you'll still enjoy. Because, like I said, the theme isn't that strong, but it's strong enough to kind of carry it in. It's charming, it's inoffensive, it's fast, it's not particularly expensive. It's going to be available pretty soon. I think it's available on the All Play website. Yeah, this one's a winner for me. 9 out of 10. I I always recommend trying before you buy. And Board Game Arena, if you happen to have an account there or know someone who does, it's a great way for you to give it a try without really paying any money or any extra money. See if you like it. And I think you probably will. I think this is one that I know when I go home to see my family, I often bring games. And I used to bring complicated games, but I've learned in recent years that sometimes a simple game is more likely to get played. And that's what this is. Look, no one's going to write strategy books about it, but it's a lot of fun. And hey, I think that's what we're here for. Anyway, 9 out of 10 for me. I highly recommend it. I think you'll like it. And I'll probably give away copies of it as a Christmas gift this year. So if if you're watching, you might know that I what I'm going to give you. That's okay. Nobody I know watches this. That's fine. I'm just teasing. Anyway, sorry about I had a bit of a brain fade somewhere through there. I really like the game though, and I'm glad you've been willing to listen to me ramble about it. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to wish you until next time safe travels, courage when you need it, and I hope to see you back again next time on the next episode of Wednesday Whimsy. Bye-bye.